All right, guys, what's going on? So we got next up on our list here, we've got Joe Schobert. So this is a nice one. I think he's an underrated player that's coming into free agency. He's not getting talked about a whole lot, but I think he is one of the best middle linebackers in the NFL. I just don't think that he gets the recognition that he deserves. I think he's really solid in a lot of areas. His pass game, like his pass coverage, could make improvements. Yes. I think a lot of that has to do with, someone's athletic ability. Is he going to be fast enough to cover? But you know what? He plays more of the inside linebacking position, so I think it's less of a need. It's still a need, but less of a need. So I think that his value is pretty high. I actually really like Joe Schobert. So he is going to be moving on to the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I think that for the Jaguars, this is a pretty good fit. He's going to slide right in. He's going to fill that void that, Telvin Smith is leaving. I think Telvin Smith is more of an outside linebacker, so we'll see what they do with Schobert here. But Schobert kind of stepping in, filling that void, I think he's going to be a really nice asset for these guys. He's like a very secure tackler. He's kind of like a quarterback of the defense. He always knows what's going on. He's a very vocal guy. He's definitely seems like he knows what's going on in the defensive side of the ball. So he's a solid player. I think it's a good pickup. It's a big contract. So we're looking at 5 years, $54 million. Again, I'm not sure. All of these that I'm going to read off today to you that I'm going to kind of go through, I'm not sure what their guarantees are. Wasn't able to find a whole lot of info on those, but at least we're looking at 5 years, $54 million, little over $10 million a year, closer to 11. So Joe Schobert making right around $11 million a year. I guess it kind of depends on what some other linebackers are going to be making, because fair market value, I think, is going to impact a lot of what Schobert should be making. So he's one of the best linebackers in the league. I think he's making, some good linebacking money. I don't really have a huge problem with it, and he fills a void that Jacksonville clearly has. So Jacksonville trying to bolster that middle of the field for themselves, I think, is a smart move. A lot of people were projecting someone like Isaiah Simmons potentially going to Jacksonville, them trying to pick up, a nice linebacker. So we'll see what happens with Jacksonville beyond that. Maybe they wind up kind of focusing on, edge rush or defensive tackle in the draft. We'll see what they do with the rest of free agency. But for now, Joe Schobert to Jacksonville, I think is a solid pickup. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, man, fins up.